Yeah, we are. I guess we are. Let's make sure you guys can hear me. All right, it's good. You guys should be hearing. Hey, what's going on, party people? You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Now, if this is your first time here, it's definitely a pleasure to have you here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer, and essentially, as a spiritual healer, what I do is that I help people to become mentally and emotionally balanced. Now, ultimately, the goal behind this is to pretty much help you to attain the highest level of consciousness. In other words, it's just for you to become more and more conscious, to help you to become more conscious, more aware, trying to get you to remember, to reconnect, come back home. And that home is is you. But anyway, that is the in a nutshell, that's pretty much what I do. But anyway, now for me to do that, part of the process, I help you to become emotionally balanced. So now when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, what I'm truly talking about, in fact, what I'm really talking about is you understanding how your emotions work, how they are created. In other words, this is you mastering your emotions, not suppressing part of your emotions, not none of that shit. This is you mastering, meaning you made it part of you. For you to master it, you have to understand how it works. Then you have to be emotionally involved into your own emotions. Got to be emotionally invested, meaning in terms of, understanding your emotional patterns. And at that point, if there's any blockages, then you'll be able to remove them or to transmute them because ultimately you're dealing with energies. So now, in addition to that, I also talk about helping you to become mentally balanced. Now, that's pretty much, essentially it's, the same principles applies here. We are referring to you understanding how your own mind works, then being able now to look at the outside and be like, okay, how does the outside influence the way I'm thinking? Am I thinking this way because I'm thinking this way? Am I thinking this way because I was trained to think this way? Meaning you were, trained to see reality on one aspect, one side. And pretty much, our conversation tonight's going to be based on that. But anyway, that's why you have to understand your culture because your culture plays a big part on how you think, meaning, and that thinking will affect your life. So to master or becoming mentally balanced, to becoming, you got to be more, that's why it is to become more aware because you have to take into account all of these different things, those little, things that people don't really pick up on. You got to pick up on those things. Otherwise, that's what makes you conscious. You wouldn't be conscious. So you wanna go the extra miles, so to speak. You gotta be that yourself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, like I tell people, man, to think critically, you gotta be critical. But anyway, and again, the biasness that exists in your culture, that alone could, is fucking your mind up or not allowing you to fully be in control of your own mind. So you have to be aware of all these things. So in reality, to be balanced, to master your mind, ultimately it all comes down to becoming more aware of your emotions, becoming more aware of your fucking intellect, becoming more aware of your surrounding, becoming more aware of, and that's it. But you do so by going in. I mean, of course, I know I was kind of like all over the place here, but this is all you going in. Your emotions are inside of you. This is not it's not like your leg, nigga. Your emotions are not your leg, but yet they play a big part of it. That's why in the occult we use such a language like what you don't see is what rules what you see. Or that could be a mystique language too. I love all of that shit. I'm like 24 hours, nigga. Let's say hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? But those of you maybe who doesn't go that route, what I'm saying, I got you though. I'm gonna dumb it down to the best of my ability, nigga. I got you. You came in the right place. Come on, man. This is satisfaction guarantee, baby. You in good hands, nigga. Mm. But anyway, with all of that being said, right? And that's why I always tell people too. That's why at this point, when you start looking at things that way, then you understand your spirituality is your humanity. Your humanity is your spirituality, vice versa, whichever way you know what I'm saying? Because anything that you have to become or transform or becoming more aware of, it's all taking place right here in this space, in this world. The shadow work that you got to do, it's right down here, baby. Your third eye you have to open up. That's the body consciousness is right down here, nigga. Not to talk about your chakras and auras and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Again, but I'm also showing you the complexity in us too. But anyway, um, yeah, that's pretty much what we do here, man. Now, if you're coming back, you already know, baby. Come on, man. You see it, you heard about it, and you see it for yourself. So let's do it, baby. But it's always a pleasure having you guys back, man. Listen, you are rare indeed. Come on, man. Like the jewel is you, man. You know what I'm saying? You are quality. Because that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it is. I mean, shit. I mean, you know what's good for you. I'm just saying you're not wrong, baby, and I'm happy to have you back. I mean, shit. Come on, man. Saying you are everything for me to appreciate. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You worth appreciation because you growing. You come back. You know what I'm saying? You love what you see. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. You're doing what you got to do off of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just the site. Now you out there. Go get them. You know what I'm saying? You show them what you made of, nigga. You know what I'm saying? My job is done. You hear me? So it's good to have you back, man. Nothing but love. What we do here, we're breaking bread. This is the Last Supper. This is a Holy Communion. This is us talking to the community. You know what I'm saying? Love and respect, honor and love and respect. You know what I'm saying? We ain't here to bother nobody. I'm saying? Mayday, Mayday. This is our message, as everybody else got their own fucking shit. It's just another one of those. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But, equality though. You know what I'm saying? But it speaks for itself. So you be the judge. Hmm. I was some bullshit tonight. But anyway. Now, with all of that being said, essentially that's what I do. Welcome back. You already know. Now, guys, as part of my process, and just so you know too, even me talking to you this way, or even in the manner of which I'm expressing myself, right? It all derives out of spirituality. So to me, spirituality is my to go thing. So as that, I mean, with that being what it is, so it's only fair for me to let you know because everything that's gonna come out of my mouth here is gonna be out of that. I'm saying that's the source. You know what I'm saying? This is where I get that's where I get my shit from. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know how and where I got my shit from, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to hide, bitch. I'm showing you this is quality. Do you feel me? Like that's where I need to go. That's how I got it. That's where I got it from. You know, you can see it though, but you got to put the work into. Yeah. And listen, man, you know what I'm saying? You got to walk that walk for yourself, baby. But anyway, it's part of the process. I always like to take the time and let people know, obviously, as spirituality being, you know, my Bible, if you want to put it that way, or the essence of what I talk about, would be nicer. Um, yeah. So it's only right that we talk about it. Um, wow. Like I always tell people, man, spirituality is you, baby. But I'll tell you what. Let's talk about some of the misconceptions because the misconception, I think, is a big part of why a lot of people can't relate to it. Or, meanwhile, it's their conversation. It's about them, but they're not aware. Obviously, they're not aware of who they are. So the biggest misconception is what I just told you in so many words, but let's emphasize on it. It's you looking at spirituality as being outside of you. Because now you're only looking at yourself from just flesh and bones. In other words, this is you telling me, what I'm saying, my reality, dog, is only what I see. Meanwhile, in this reality, while you're saying that, you are experiencing a lot more than what you see. You are also experiencing your feelings. Are you not? Can you see them? All I'm trying to say is, it's like we tend to look at one side of us, and then there's a whole other side of us that needs to be nourished as well. That's why, even when we talk about, and that's what makes it a misconception when you don't see spirituality as part of your life. But most importantly, it's revealing your ignorance. I get it. Have you not been that ignorant? Spirituality is your life, though. Yeah, scratching your ass. A killer, a good person, a bad person, whatever the fuck. It's all of us. And then when you start learning about the shadow self, then you'll understand even a bad person. Then you'll see a lot of these people, all those criminals, like they show you in those movies, they always used to kill fucking animals. They always were disappointed. They show you in those movies too. Can't recall which one was it, but a lot of these things, those serial killers, ideally, that's the message they get telling you. You know what I'm saying? They had a rough fucking beginning, and all of that shit. So now you're looking at a spirit that has not been able to develop. That's why these people are true babies. They look tough on the outside, but that's truly because they're babies in the inside. That's why you see the most insecure motherfucker gotta speak the loudest. But if you don't understand it, then you'll be like, oh, okay. But if you see it like the way I see it,